Cześć, witam. Zaraz będzie wizja od graczy, czy też przyłączę się na graczy. I ogólnie to będzie po angielsku, więc przechodzimy już na angielski. Hello, we'll continue with semi-finals of loser bracket. This is Gongwazy versus Jaca. First match was for Gongwazy, it was his pick. Empty Jibus King. And now we will watch continuation of Jaca Jackson pick, so 6 LM 10A. We will resume at 116. Jaca will play as red with plus 3,500, Gongwazy as blue with minus. And this is Fortress versus Rampart. German cast, yes, there is a chance, but not with my participation. So best I can do is English, and I was really struggling to learn other language except for Polish and English, and I failed, like brutally failed. Hello Chuzi, hello Hetmano. I'm actually glad I have a few minutes before players start, so I can at least try to catch up. Where's your face? Just a second, let's see. Gongwazy is already streaming, so and Jaca is also here. Okay, hi again. I'm almost ready. Jaca is offline so far. So I guess we need to wait also for Jaca to launch the stream. Oh, I'm quite happy, it's 6 LM 10A. I don't see Jaca streaming anywhere so far. Of course, his perspective is mandatory, so... Yes, they started, when they played the first game, they already started second game. So it's 116. And we will continue from this spot. I watched it briefly because there is a record on Gongwazy channel, So it's double rampart, it's super marist, but the army is not impressive. However, when you have double build and you play as rampart, which is pretty strong by default, it means you will be extremely powerful on 1-to-1, providing you will find enough money. So this is actually the bottleneck for this double rampart gameplay: money. If you have money, it's all good. 20 rolls, 44. How it happened? How is this possible? Impossible. Okay. So, and I guess, judging what we see right now, I could already add Marist into two categories. It's Earth and it's Logistics. And I think I need to ask Jaca for stream. I think streaming is mandatory, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. And I will be honest, I didn't check it before. Yeah, 20 rolls would be unlucky, it depends on what you are looking for, but in general 20 rolls would mean you decided to research some spell and then you changed your mind and you want to continue research, and you would need to do this at least 2 times to change the decision. So in theory it's possible. Yeah, and Hilki is our alert for timer abuse. This is also not valid in this game, yeah. Actually from the last game. Shoop shoop. So I spoke briefly with Jaca. He said it's not a good map and this will not take long, but he will turn on the stream shortly. And hello, Felicio. Yeah, exactly. Right now we see the perspective of player that I guess is reasonably happy with the situation, so there is few very good stuff going on for him, with double rampart, with access to Utopia, with T7 bank, maybe not preferred one, but at least interesting. And I will also share links for possible viewers from H3GG. The more the merrier, okay? all set. 16 Grand Elves, okay, and Jaca is ready, and it means that we should have his stream. Yes, his stream is also ready. Perfect. This is very good. So we had at least a brief look what's going on for Gongwazy. Let's take a look first on what is going on the dark side of life, which would be side of Jaca Jackson. Let's check heroes, let's check possibilities. There is Konsa visible, there is Mage Guild. It's 116, he's super rich. So it doesn't look bad indeed. So maybe, you know, there is the thing that if you play against Gongwazy, who is current H3GG champion, maybe you expect more than like average map, but it looks way above average. So there is access to two Konsas. The one on grass is harder to take, so I guess he would like to start with the one in the underground. The one in the underground is a long access way to get to it, and he doesn't know the sizes, so this is a bit of a problem. And furthermore, I'm not sure about status of his army, and I guess he is missing wood a lot. So, at least briefly looking at his starting zone, I didn't see sawmill which would be flagged. It means it could be generated somewhere behind the town. In such cases, it's often very difficult to access it. And I wonder if any of his heroes showed earth magic. This would be, yeah. What is the no, it's learning and mysticism. So this is actually a huge problem because the army is not really strong. I would say it's weak, and then if you don't have strong heroes, basically what you search for is mini objects or small objects. Why cast in English? It was a wish from organizer. I asked about casting possibility today. English is preferred, so why not? Yeah, I understand now what Jaca was complaining about. So I guess the starting role of Lizards was either small or he suffered some losses, and then he noticed the dwell on his resp, but it's not accessible, not at all. Hello Vishuddhimaga. Well, so how to continue from this situation? There is no wood, there is no access to sawmill, there is no army, and there is no strong hero. How to take Konsa? It would be fun if band player will win H3GG tournament. It's quite possible because Shopa is currently waiting in the final. He already won the winners bracket. This is losers bracket, so he's waiting for second finalist. Yeah, and this is, you know, this is the real pain, because Citadel army is pretty weak by default, and if you suffer losses in the army which is pretty weak by default, then you are super weak. And when you are super weak, every opponent is difficult to beat, and you know, it's like losses generate more losses. So I actually like his composition. I like what he did with 2 of the dragonflies. This is actually what you should do. If you lose one to Morale, you have the second one to Kite, and I would say at these stages, on one hand, he cannot afford any losses, and on the other hand, if you have weak army, it's very hard to fight without losses. So far it's going actually extremely well. Basilisk tanked some damage. You could say that half of Basilisk perished. So it's very clean fight, it's very clean battle. And this will... And there is Earth, and there is actually Earth on Kilkaria, so this is very good news. It's minicons, which is... I say this is good. I say this is good because it means it's, you know, it is a soft start. It is a soft start for the map, and you have terrible army and you need soft start. I mean, usually even Consa 2 is not very good news on 1-1 because it's a small bank. You want big banks on 1-1. But in this particular situation, after these losses, considering your potential, how much army you can develop, it's very good to have mini bank as this, let's call it soft start. Are you considering to allow Shoppa play other tournaments after he proves his skills and positive attitude? I don't think such option is on the table, but basically it depends individually on any organizer. There is no common front in this regard. It's just most of organizers do not wish to cooperate anymore. Okay, let's see what is going on for Gongwazy. How is Ivor developing? Ivor is with air, which is quite good, and then there is minicons which he cannot take. This minicons is undoable with this army, in my opinion. I mean, minicons on 117 in general, this is terrible news. I mean, minicons on 117, this is a message from the game. Look how cool this game could be if we met 4 turns earlier, or 5 turns earlier even. In this position, it's not good news at all. It's even terrible news, because if he checks it and it's, you know, 2, or maybe 2-4, after confirming the size, he can plan to chain all the army to Ivor and make it. But in this situation, when it's 1, you don't want to bother Ivor at all for these cons. So how to take it? How to do this properly from this position? I guess he would need to move Ivor to more difficult battles, and this consa would be chained. Well, by the way, it's just a stop in chaining. It's not a target per se. And this is the funny thing about experimental shops. No, it's T7 bank, the reward is giant, and it's most likely the easiest creature bank to make at all from all the banks. So in principle you should care deeply to check it, the size, as soon as possible, and it is between 1 and 2. You can do this instantly with Ivor, but he even did not check. So the size is between 1 and 4, and if this is size 1, basically you can skip it until end of the game. If this is size 2 to 4, I would say you would like to collect it as soon as possible. So right now the idea is to bring additional 3 ends. Does it mean he would like to check this fight, how it goes? But I'm imagining right now this fight in cons, and it goes very bad. What is the idea here? No, this is what I like about commenting Gongwazy games. He's surprising me a lot. And this is what I actually hate when I play versus him. It's the same stuff, he's surprising me. When I watch this, you know, I enjoy it. When I play against him, it's not enjoyable at all. These are bad surprises. So, I think he's going to take cons. Yeah, Gong would do it. So, bringing these extra free trees here has only one purpose. To do cons right here, right now. And he is a little bit internally conflicted, I can see. There is some chaining problem. This is terrible composition. This is the worst composition for mini cons I ever saw. He has very powerful skills right now. It's 5-9. It's great battle skills. Still, he needs to shot a little, you know, to win this fight. Okay, so auto combat 1 with losing all elves. Obviously, Gongwazy will try to make it better. Actually, what is very nice about this setup is you can tie with end upgraded Griffin, and the other one from the top left corner you could. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's terrible. It's terrible. This morale. It's terrible. This morale is terrible because what he needs to do, he must shoot. You know, if he doesn't shoot, this fight doesn't work. You see, it's working. It's working. It's just there are small problems in progress, but right now, no, you must hit 9. You must hit 9 and kill 6 with elf. What is he doing? Okay, he was waiting. Okay, it works. Of course it works. It's Gongwazy. It's Gongwazy. The game is doing exactly what he wants the game to do. So, yeah, you could ask yourself, was it worth it because he suffered some losses? It was worth it, and the explanation behind is you are saving a lot on planning, on logistics, and these savings are measurable with money and with progression on map. So, bravo, Gongwazy, and we move on. I think what Jaca will do with his minicons, he will do it on 1-1. Because he is in even worse position to make this battle. Like, his army is literally 15 lizards, 20 gnolls, and 4 basilisks. It's nothing. It's next to nothing. And you need to kill somehow 50 griffins. Even in this fight is considered relatively easy, you still need to put this damage, which is 50 griffins times 25 health points. So 1215 damage needed to get this reward. 1 angel, 200 HP. Okay, the angel is moving forward on Kara, which is nice, and this was not his starting biome. This is the continuation from his AI. So what is he thinking about? 33, all good. Abstract didn't want Moralka on Griffin in first round saved him because Abstract didn't want to block us. Yeah, to be honest, I was thinking that the tree will be you know, in range of upgraded Griffin, but actually the tree should be on slot number 3. Conti is on Drogos, yeah, and he's going there directly, and he sees a big experimental shop. So maybe the one which is not checked on the starting zone is also worth checking soon, because you know, one bank of a type means not much really. You need to group more troops, you need to have strong power stacks, and then the game is open for you. Like if you have 15 giants, you can do tops easily. If you have like 5 giants, 10 cyclops, 3 angels, you can go nowhere. You can go to a pub and drink a beer and don't play heroes for the rest of the night. So what we really want is strong power stacks. What we hate is when army is divided into several medium stacks. This is the worst possible combination. Bad for morale, bad for battles, bad for everything. And I think he bought Magic Grid number 2. Level 2. So this we could already track. Mage Guild Rampart number 2. It was a central zone, but what do you mean? So the connections to central zones is 3k or 6k? Because these archers were 3k. So if archers were 3k, I think it was off-road to continuation, not central zone. Unless you have 3 and 6k connections on central zone, I'm a bit confused. In any case, Gongwazy also struggles to finish planning. Meanwhile, Jaca just started his turn, so from tan and green it's 3k, from orange and purple it's 3k. Okay, thanks. So, KTÓRE opened central zone, which is, I would say, very interesting to scout, because in late game, attacks through central zone are crucial. And yeah, King Area is already on the Panda Pass. Okay, I think he will think a bit more, but let's switch to red player where more action is still to happen. So he's trying to get rid of AI, and I must say what Jaca is doing with the little army he has, he's doing tremendous job to keep this army alive, to have I would say stable basis for week 2. Because what he has right now is far from stable. What he can get from the from towns on 1-1, this can bring him to stability. But in order to get there, you need to fight very carefully. You know, if he loses like 10 gnolls on this battle, it's really, you know, this is a loss that he could actually feel. Like right now, he lost Basilisk and the Lizardman, and this is really important. But it looks he managed, and then Brown is still alive. Garwolf is somewhere hiding. Garwolf, which happens to be a hero, I would say, developed with huge love from Gongwazy. So when he played Garwolf in some games, he really took care about him. And it paid off. And now Garwolf, as a brown player, is still making Jaca uncomfortable in this zone. The start must be with the minicons on 1-1, but how to chain it and where to chain it, this is very difficult, and I would say it would be great to have information about size of this concept before you plan any actions, because I think if it is a big object, you are still not taking it. So first, when Jaca showed map, I was quite positively surprised that it seems that the map works, he has good objectives and so on and so on. And now when he played the map a little bit, I see what he meant, that it is a scandalous map. So no wood, no army, and it doesn't matter how much stuff you have to do. If you have these problems, you are likely to stack. Like he is stuck right now. You know, King Keria just made empty move, and he cannot afford to build Mage Guild 2 because of wood. Not very good situation, not at all. Sims are over, but it doesn't make any sense to finish it. And 1-1, so the 8th turn of the game is crucial. Almost in every Heroes free game, this is where you acquire troops from 1-1 and you move forward. Let's see how it goes for both players. I think we will stick both to red and blue and see where the action is. And whoever is making bigger, more interesting fight, we will go there. We will start with Gongwazy and we will see how it develops. Okay, so this is the Pegasus you meant that in the central zone, this portal behind Pegasus could lead to opponent treasure zone. So potentially very interesting. Yeah, double ramp is like super strong. If you have double ramp, probably you have more army than you need for any targets except the Dragon Utopias. What I like about Rampart very much is you just need a little bit of luck and you are super strong. So good army rolls, maybe some dwelling, and you are super strong from day one. On the dark side, if you have low rolls, and Rampart on low rolls is suffering a lot, you can be really in very poor situation. So, but like here, Gongwazy with some duels, with double Rampart, it's great situation for him. So he thought a little bit what to buy. In the end, Mephala with army will continue the journey, and he took elves and he thought about centaurs, but finally he skips it. Skipping centaurs to buy more dwarves. No, he's just buying all. He's buying all. Okay, 1,500 left. Hello, have you planted anything recently? You can see some plants behind me, so... So accessible with DD is the most fun part of playing Rampart in this game. It happened, but only for Sita. And Citadel or Fortress without Sawmill is also terrible experience. Okay, so now Ivor is doing experimental, because Keria is too weak for this. Keria is definitively too weak, and if this is maxi size, it's actually good news for Ivor, so it's a really easy choice to make. Even if the preference of experience would go to Keria to give her experience points, but I wouldn't be also sure about that. It's very strong Ivor with already developed air, which is a problem for rangers. So as soon as he gets earth magic, he turns into full control hero. And it's maximum size. And in my view, it's easy battle. With easy, I mean easy if you are Gongwazy. But Actually, the damage is not this high. It's much less than I expected. Oh my. It should work, you know, with the angel play and with dwarves taking the damage and with 3 keeping the danger out. But with Kira it would be definitely GG. With Ivor it's doable. So let's see how it develops. This is also very interesting. When Gongwazy is analyzing battles, he really takes his time and you can follow the thinking process. So he's checking all the ranges very carefully, maybe analyzing given danger zones, and he's you know, predicting how golems will behave depending on his actions. Painful focus on elf in first turn, yeah, it is a big pain. Even if he lost just 2 elves, it's already a problem, because damage output in this battle is crucial to make it, you know, doesn't need to be smooth, but as painless as possible. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure there is no magic book. And right now, next round started, so I'm 100% sure there is no magic book. Hello, Mirpas. Where is the lector? I think you can try to turn it on, you know, there is an automatic function on YouTube. But I cannot promise it works very good. Actually, I'm pretty sure it works terrible. There is also an option to generate subtitles on YouTube automatically, and it works, I think, a bit better. And hello, Kosikson. Yeah, so this battle is still demanding. You see, it's not that he moved the danger away and the battle is automatically won. No, he still needs to take care about 26 golems standing in front of elf. Yeah, no magic book, Pavel. You're right. You know, just a quick look at the other side. There is the struggle in mini-cons, and it's also not easy. But he will do it. Mini-cons is easier battle. Dr. Kosikson is Polish Dr. House. I think Kosikson is working much more than Dr. House. Dr. House would never go to 24 hours shift. Yeah, actually this stream was supposed to be also on Twitch, but but it's not. Restream has these funny payment options that you can pay only with card. And my current card expired, and my new card apparently is in my old apartment. So I don't have card at the moment. And I cannot use PayPal. So 2 platforms was maximum for today. Okay, 19 hours left, and you need to take care about 3 golems in front, and 3s are dying very soon. It's close battle, it's really close. So I didn't expect it to be so close. In my mind, it was easy battle, even Maxi. "24 hours of crosswords, huh?" Yeah, it's all good. I even think he could tank a little bit more with Angel, but in principle it's very good battle. So maybe it could be done slightly, really slightly better, but it could be also done much worse. So yeah, kudos, Gongwazy. Water magic proposal, not good, but plus for giants, very good. 24 hours hospital shift equals your 2 salaries. It could be so. You cannot put a price tag on medical care actually. It's priceless. It's priceless like Heroes of Might and Magic free streams. How do we move on? KTÓRE is taking army back, and Ivor deserved Boots of Speed in the last turn, but this turn when he proposed Water Magic, no, not anymore. Okay, and so he prepared it. He prepared it that he continues into second experimental shop, possibly into Cyclops stockpile. Well, it's, you know, it's not news, but I really like it. How Gongwazy is developing turns, the plans he prepares, yeah, it's masterclass. Pure pleasure to watch. Even if now he's, you know, missing like 5 tires to make a perfect chain, sometimes cannot be perfect. Marist is standing right on the Naga bank, so I guess Naga bank was supposed to be the next target. I'm not sure about the size, because if size is no, size is 3 to 4, so he could do this instantly, and maybe he should, maybe even he should, and then Marist could continue straight into stockpile. Is this somehow a plan? I don't know yet. Let him cook. 24 hours of crosswords are only for anesthesiologist. Yeah, I trust you. Basic curve. No, but this army is already decent. Like 4 giants against 4 nagas, you are always in safe position. Single haste would be very welcome, because we want the giant to outspeed upgraded naga. And this is maybe the tricky part. And quick combat didn't manage for the second time. Yeah, he has slow, and I think he must use it instantly on Naga Queens, yeah. So block Naga and kill Naga, and then you should be in principle in next round in safe spots, so keep some Nagas away with centaurs. Yeah, like this. He is a pro. And Marist has 70 mana to use, so it's really... It's not even difficult battle for him, even if quick combat fails to do it at all. Pretty good turn for a beginner. Yeah, I agree. It's the... Every time we see Gongwazy, our current champion, we like to say that it's a pretty decent gameplay for beginner. In reality, he is doing real magic right now with planning. And this is the best part of strategic gameplay behind Heroes free PvP. It's not battles. It's not final battles. This is what happens in the middle. So working out a plan and then conducting the plan that is leading you towards these heavy battles. And this is really what is most exciting. Naga Bank is done, so now I would say money is secured for round continuation, and Marist still has a lot of move. I'm not sure what is planned for her, because she should stay in Mage Guild. The idea behind this, in next turn you should get Mage Guild level 4 and a roll, so there is pretty good chance for Town Portal. Jaca already finished his turn. I see he managed to siege another town. He has 2 AIs, light blue and brown. It could be he built already Mage Guild tier 2, so he would be equal with Gongwazy, but Gongwazy I think will build up higher because he is still in front of the battle for Cyclops stockpile. Which could be also a tough battle if this is... Oh, it's Maxi again. I mean, free or Maxi. If this is Maxi again, it's actually interesting battle to watch. Oh mamma mia, Maxi again. How do you do this? How do you do this, Gongwazy? Where your skill is coming from? It's crazy. Sometimes, you know, like you go from mini to mini and you lose your faith that there is any sense in living. And Gongwazy is doing the opposite. He is going from Maxi to Maxi. I mean, the cons was mini, but this mini, providing he can do this, it's actually quite nice news. And this, you know, this mini cons was really vital to make these Maxi experimental fights viable, you know? So like without the Angel, it were terrible battles. With Angel, they are, you can see, they are still difficult. Because in the first battle, he had 8 trees to give. And like every tree, every ant is 65 HP. 8 times 65. It's like more than 500 HP. So it's, you know, 4 giants are not much more. Trees are very, very tanky. And now the riddle is quite similar. He must figure out a way to shoot. You know, he doesn't need to shoot like 10 times, but he needs to shoot at least in 2 runs, I would say. Not sure why he didn't buy all elves. I'm not sure too what was the plan, why he needs 5k still to continue this turn, and this might be a painful mistake. If he loses a giant or 2 in this battle, he will be not satisfied with his decision. But overall, if it goes well and you finish with 8 giants and you know, 1 angel on 1-to-1, it's very good. It's quite difficult. The angel must go back. This is for sure. So you want these 2 stacks of 16 golems to at least try to go back, and then you will not shoot, or will you? No, you want to shoot. Okay, this was good decision to leave the angel with minimum health points. It means he will be very tempting, but right now 50 golems are approaching him. Still needs money for Mage Guild. Yeah, but he left 5k. 5k. He needs 1k for Mage Guild. Why he went for the golem attack, you know, when Angel is on the low health points, he will be most tempting target. If he would be on like 50 or 70 health points, it might be that the golem closer to the left side, he would go towards elves. So this is the reason. And you see right now this almost dead angel, he will be just like a like beer for me. Yeah, he has 5k. He has 5k, so it wasn't a matter of Mage Guild. If it was a matter just of Mage Guild, it would be very clear for everybody. If he still decided that he needs 5k to continue this start, it means there is a plan behind it. And in principle, just to remind, this is best of 3 in semi-final of loser bracket in Grandpa tournament, and the template pool, it is quite crazy. So both players in best of 3, they go pick, and then they ban. And the banning could go anywhere. It could end up with Nostalgia, it could end up with H3DM, with Nebula, with Jibus Cross even. So there is a very wide template pool. Okay, the battle is done. Finally, as expected, it wasn't that difficult for Gongwazy, but it was not easy battle. He needed to think a lot. He spent for sure more than 2 minutes in this battle, but the reward is significant, and now we can see what is going on with this 5000 left. To stockpile stance bonus, this is amazing, because actually I was under the impression he will directly continue with stockpile. Just experimental into stockpile, it makes a lot of sense, because you need resources right now to build up magic grid, otherwise you don't continue with T3 on 1-1. And I think he's, yeah, it looks okay. I understand. You need, there are 3 stockpiles in the starting zone. 3. You need some money to bring all the army to Marist, and maybe you would like also to start a new split. So Marist could take whatever is left from Arbit, 30 the elves and giants, and Moner could take 1 angel, for example. Okay, so everything for Marist, and Marist goes stables into stockpile, Yeah, flawless plan. This is flawless plan. Taking these stables on 1-1 is huge value. Very nice. Very nice, and size is 2 or 3 actually. 1, 2 or 3 actually. So it could be 5 stacks of 4, 5 stacks of 6, or 5 stacks of 8. It is a mini size. This is not what he wanted actually. You can see how he split the giants, because if it would be size 3, it means 8 cyclops per stack. You would need giants grouped like this. If he knew it was a mini, he could split them further. So he was expecting bigger size, and bigger size would be better for him. Now he thinks if he should keep golems or not. He's removing them. I think he should do the same to gremlins. It doesn't really matter. If he makes 1 stacks from Grand Elves, it's fine. Okay, and Moner, in theory, he could stand right on the 6k break, and I think this is the right move. So you forget about movement on Marist. Marist is making these stockpiles, and you bring Moner to expansion break. And there is actually another stockpile. It's really quite crazy that you have a game where you can basically make 4 stockpiles in 1-1-2 and 1-1-3. Yeah. Nice. And sim turns are over for the second time. Do they add? They add. Okay. So I think we will follow more on red player on this turn. But if Gongwazy will do something super exciting, I will go there. So light blue AI is very passive right now. What you would like to do is to take Angel from this zone to move it back, but then you need to prepare defense for the town, which is not super obvious usually, but right now he can recruit 10 droid guards, then it's super easy. Okay, he even is taking them because these 6 droids actually are making a decent resource split, so they can battle a lot of guards, a lot of small guards, and it works. I will get more yerba for me and I'm shortly back. Okay. Yeah, so Ivor is going for it. It was experimental. It was Cyclops stockpile size 3, and you see, this is not Ivor. This is Marist. Size 3 is already tricky, but it brings 8 resources of each type. So I think overall these stockpiles will bring him into huge advantage. In the meantime, what happened here is he went for Jaca directly. I think what he wants is size 2. I will watch how it develops. This battle was really not easy. I mean, it's very easy to lose a giant in battle like this. It's very easy. One morale on Cyclops is enough. Okay, so his resources, you can see, they look instantly much better. And actually he will go for Mage Guild 4 this turn. So 3 was last turn. For Gong, and with Jaca I see he has size 2 and he will will probably go to size 3 as well. So there is no huge difference. They are both building in Rampart, although it might be different magic guilds overall. But it will be on the same level in the end of the turn. And he still has one more stockpile to make. It's crazy how well it looks. I don't remember game with such good position regarding resources and possibilities.
L_Gepsyneiro 10 złotych. Dobra angielska robota. Keep it up.
Thank you, L_Gepsyneiro. Much appreciated. In general, it might be there will be some English casts in near future, but it is highly depending on, I would say, type of tournament. I realize that most of Polish audience understands English quite well, anyway, but the main focus is anyway Polish casts. Okay, elves are, well, you could say leftover from the army of first week. Just 8 elves. Giants must do the battles. And Mefa. Strong Mefa because she actually leveled up on experimental and even she got Earth, so it's a nice hero to develop further. Good candidate for Finalka. And actually he has viewer. And viewer plus Ivor with R, it means he will know exactly what Jaca is doing very shortly. Okay, with Mefa and 9 defense and advanced armorer, this is, I think, not so super important how you split, because it should work anyway. He goes for 3-3 on Giants. So 2 hitting stacks and 3 tanking stacks. This is how I evaluate this setup. It is a nice setup. But again, I don't think you can do big mistakes in this battle. You are strong enough. Yeah, and you see, quick combat managed quite well. Quick combat lost 1 giant. If it would happen so that player loses giant in this battle, this is still worth it. 8 resource of each type in this stage of game is absolutely crucial for next turns. And 1 giant, it's something worth possessing, but it isn't a game changer for sure. And this is Gongwazy. You see, the battle, I expect it's relatively easy. Quick combat did it quite nice. And then he's thinking a lot, so he would not, you know, play the battle carelessly, even if he sees that the battle is not so hard. He is really playing with very deep care about details. And this is something what especially old players coming from the original Shadows of Death hate about new templates and fast tempo, that a lot of battles you can play actually carelessly and the game maybe will not punish you. So a lot of mistakes can fly unpunished. But it is not the case for Gongwazy. He is really analyzing very deeply, and mistakes from him or careless play are very rare. Yes, it was easy Beetlejuice. Glavius. What do you mean, my friend? Okay. I guess he will continue right into Mage Guild with rebuild, so it's worth to wait. However, he's missing a bit of money because he needs 2k, he has 1.4. And I'm not sure if he sees money to collect. But it's Gongwazy for sure, this is somehow well thought. But you know, the way this map is ordered, so you go to minicons, you go to experimental, on I would say on the stops between experimentals you have conveniently decently sized Naga bank. It all works like this. And then there is Mefala with learning. Crazy hero. You know, when you have these armorer specialists or offense specialists or logistics specialists, these good skill specialists, and you have combination with learning, so you will benefit from the bonus even more. This is really good. And right now, where is our money for Mage Guild tier 4? And you know what is super fun for me? Like these 2 campfires. They are not even collected, because for what? If you can do 4 stockpiles, you don't need campfires. Come on. So what he actually needs to do, he needs to transfer some portion of army to Moner, and I'm not sure what is the plan next, because Ivor was supposed, I guess, to get army over here, but this is not happening. Beetle battle. Is there a phrase like this, beetle battle for easy battles? I didn't know. Okay, or am I wrong? Moner will not get army and Ivor will. Yes, so stockpile is more important in the end than expansion on map. This is interesting choice of priorities actually. I think a lot of players being in this position with this kind of money possessed would play differently. Would focus very highly on expansion and they would come back to these stockpiles maybe later. Because with this configuration, Moner is, you know, standing still. So, not desired position. Okay, this is size 3, so this is relatively easy fight, and then he will have more than 24 resources of each type. It means search for TP will be very easy. If it goes with 1 roll, it will be too easy, but if it goes with 3 rolls, it will be still easy for him. What he misses a little bit in this game is heroes Earth plus Air. And Ivor is candidate for such hero, so let's see how he develops. He already offered recently water magic, but he has some small chance for Earth basically on each level up. Okay. You could set up Kiref for this direction. He chose Ivor. Without shoes is, in my opinion, correct play. If you send this hero with shoes and it would happen, so you lose him, and this is a possibility. And there is actually a mistake. Okay, no TP. There is a mistake in this turn because Ivor should receive viewer scroll. And yeah, it is a pure mistake. You cannot explain this. It was, you know, just this bit careless. So this these micro mistakes happen even to Gongwazy. We will see if this will be meaningful or not. But if this is mistake done by Gongwazy, for sure it will not be meaningful. In the meantime, it looks that turn from Jaca was, you know, like maybe preparation for a big strong turn. Hopefully we will see it just now, because simultaneous turns will end right now. And we will watch player by player. Okidoki. Show me what you got, Jaca. Show me what you got. Kinkeria is in Mage Guild. Perhaps tier 4 is built. Jaca is asking for more. He says he has a slow pitch on his side of the map. And Gongwazy accepted it. Yeah, no. I think in position of Gongwazy, you shouldn't ask, but if you are asked, it's fine to say yes. Because then, you know, you are just opening your 6k, you are going to the continuation after your 3k AI, which might be a contact zone. But if your opponent is asking about contact, he is about extending sims, he's very unlikely to be there. Like, I wouldn't say it's zero chance, but it's a very small chance that you will break sims. So from position of Jaca, I think it was fine to ask, and from position of Gongwazy, it was fine to say yes. But it means we would watch 2 red turns in a row, which I like to avoid. But yeah, maybe we will do some mishmash, some fast changes in this turn. And I want to catch up what's going on Jaca's side. He couldn't build Mage Guild tier 4 last turn. I'm not surprised. He's not making such great, you know, resource battles like Gongwazy. Okay, and I think we are here for Konsa battle. So Kinkeria got some XP last turn. Kinkeria got full mana pool, and she learned some spells. And then this must be enough for Konsa size 2 to 4. Konsa 2, it's okay. Konsa 3, it's already difficult. And Konsa 4 is no go. I don't know if he checked this, because Konsa 4 for sure is end of the game. But it's 2, so it's actually... I think this is good news for him. Even Konsa 3 could be tricky. He has 10 SP. It should be fine. But we all know these cases where Konsa 3 is in reality Konsa 2, because your angel perished in process. So I think it's fine. You can see that there was focus instantly to the Lizardman, which is bad news, because your damage output every turn is decreased since round 2. And with bigger Konsa, it would be even worse news. Pumba style. Now, Pumba is a player who was banned from tournaments recently. He was discovered to cheat at the beginning of the year. And what Pumba was doing, he was actually opening the map file and checking the contents of the map. So he knew for sure, Pumba would knew for sure the size of this bank, for example. And from retrospection, it's very, you know, like very easy to say he was making these risky fights and it was obvious he was cheating or something like this. But yeah, it's back in the days he had opinion of a player who likes to risk and is rarely punished for risking. Yeah, there is boots of speed for Gongwazy. This is a good one, thank you, Suchy. And I think we could also mark Ivor on the air zone. I mean, Konsa 3 maybe is better. And this is, you know, this is a fun choice right now, what he did. Archer versus Luck. I honestly believe Luck is better skill. I like how Hota made the trap to keep such verified here in the client for a few months to catch more cheaters. Yeah, it was good move. It was good move, definitely. No, I'm a little. Maybe some of these actions could be done a bit earlier. This is just my only. And actually, I don't think Hota had much to do with it. It's more like lobby administration plus lobby owner. So this was on Barator's side, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so game is moving on with one angel. What would be very nice for game is to give her back the tent she's starting the game with. First aid is also boosted in Horn of the Abyss, so one angel with tent is very strong split. Without tent, as you can see, it's also good one. But some guards will be not penetrable for this angel, like archers, elves with 6k value. Which could happen, let's see. I think, excuse me, I think Jaca turn will be a bit longer than Gong turn. What I wanted to see on Gong side, I think he made second roll. I didn't see the spell. Maris is in guild anyway because he will do third roll easily next turn. And now he needs to catch up with map development because this was... No, staying on 2 towns on 1 to 3 is far from great. But I doubt he will show us the guild right now. He knows the spells already. If some of his fans is watching more closely and he could share what spell is in the guild on the second roll, I would appreciate. And then it looks Jaca is not going for Mage Guild this turn. So it would be really slow play regarding Mage Guild for Jaca. In general, on high level, what you need as minimum is 1 to 3 T4 with roll for 6 LM. If you are faster, like Gongwazy is faster now, it's better. If you are slower, you are in trouble. Okay, and we will stay now with red for this turn and another turn. And for Gong... Oh, you know, I will just ask him. I think my client is open. So Gongwazy should reply. Okay, I have it already. It was Sorrow, so it is 2 rolls without TP. It's quite funny for Sorrow, because Sorrow is a mass spell in Earth Magic which decreases morale of opponent. And... Co tam słychać? Thanks for follow, hi. And in theory, there are final battles which could be won only with Sorrow. So you can lead to situation where sorrow gives you 100% win, and if you don't have this spell in spellbook, you will lose. So this is a spell of strength, of strength which allows to win or lose final battle, and I never saw it used, never, not even once. This scenario fulfilled. So, oh, it's not going good. So this is actually it's quite a good idea to have this split, but the battle won't. Yeah, the battle was not very lucky. So only elf survived. And accept this is loser bracket, so whoever is beaten in this competition will lose in the tournament. And I think the money prize for first place is on level of 1000 euro. So it's, I would say, for this medium-sized tournament, this is really great prize reward. Tournament is sponsored by organizer Scooby, and I think this is his private money, what he brings to the table. Basically, both players can feel the pressure, not only because of playing with highly evaluated opponent, but also there is money prize behind it. Okay, so there is a huge advantage on Gongwazy side for the mage guild, because it's level 4 with 2 roles. He already developed very good, excellent control hero. We can say the same for the control hero about Jaca, because Kinkeria is already great control hero, even if she misses R. But Jaca is behind. He has only mage guild level 3. What could be a game changer for Jaca Jackson? It would be TP on first roll. Yeah, and you see, when the discontinuation from Freak AI, where Gem went, if this is one road, this will be road to treasure zone for sure, and it means you are not connected via this zone. So the development through the 6k from starting zone will be more important. This is where zones which you can access and your opponent can access will be present. Roshik is taking knowledge. Roshik could be also very powerful hero. So she's, I would say, super strong for starting week, because mysticism brings you mana refreshment, and then you have starting magic arrow, some misclicks. Ignores battle. This is not really painful, but if I would do this kind of misclicks, I would start to think that if everything is okay, because there are battles where you can do this, and there are battles where one misclick is lost angel. So players should be very, very careful. They must be. 6k boars. This is one of the breaks that one angel can defeat. I think for Roshik, with this kind of mana pool and with 30 mana, and with 4 SP, she can beat like 80% of breaks. So there is huge chance she will beat the guard on the other side too. On the other side there are wolves, so she will win this for sure. And then Kinkeria can continue this journey through banks, because she will go to Wolf Rider Picket. What do we have? Berserk and Meteor Shower, and we need 8 crystals. 8 crystals to move on from this point. This is really difficult. There are also boots of speed for Jaca, so both players have it. Next fight. In theory, it's difficult for this RB. In the real life, when you have such a strong hero, it's just battle for XP. And same will go for the Wolf Rider Picket. So in theory, maximum is a difficult battle. In real life, I would like to see all the times maximum if I was the player. He's playing it safe, he's using Cure because losing Angel in this battle, I said this is free battle, but you still need to be careful. Losing Angel would be terrible. And the losses basically are, not welcomed until you are in this position that basically you have so many tier 6 and tier 7 units that you don't care about losses anymore. He's very far from this position right now. On the other hand, Gongwazy actually is at this spot. So for example, these remaining elves he could delete as well. That they were just irrelevant. There is intelligence on the table. I would not take it. I would not take it because you go for air and you just expect to high roll it. But Jaca is playing it, I would say safe, because it provides a stable, good development. And the mana pool is not very big for King area, because 4 is 5 knowledge is really not much right now. Anyway, he took it and the picket is mini. Mini picket is like a punishment. Because actually 4 Cyclops are not a reward at this point, and maxi size was doable. So I'm pretty sure he is pissed. This is not what he wanted. No, I don't think this map looks so bad as Jaca was writing before the game, but I understand he had the feeling that it's going terrible, and this is outcome of having opponents from top tier, So yeah, he has free markets. Maybe he will use it. So exchange all the ore you have for 8 crystals. Maybe this is the play. He must roll in this turn. If he doesn't do it, yeah, it will be quite terrible. So Imp Cache, the missing Mercury, because 3 is missing, is delivered. Take Earth, take Earth. And now you need 8 units of crystal. He's searching, he's thinking if there could be a spot with easy crystal to obtain. He is not seeing crystals. This is not only problem for this turn, this is also problem for next turn, because you don't expect actually that, that you will get TP with first roll. And if you don't expect it, is this consound gnolls? I'm not sure. Gem could take crystal. Yeah, then this is, this is also a mistake. If I understand you want to push. Oh no, there is no market in this. Okay, No market, so he's skipping. He's not rolling. If you are pushing for expansion, I know every tile matters and so on, but sometimes playing slower is in reality playing faster, and I strongly believe this is the case for this situation. Gem is not crystal. Yeah, if there is a hero with name Gem, there should be a hero with name Crystal and Sulfur and Mercury. And you know, I like for both players the possible late game perspective. So it's like you see targets that are not reachable for this early week 2 gameplay. You see some utopias, you have stuff to do, and he didn't take yet any treasure zone, and this is the same for Gongwazy. He has access to utopias, he has access to next targets, and he also didn't open any treasure zone. So it's it could develop from I would say average vibe to turbo vibe in few turns. So these heroes who will go off-road exploring 3k zones without town, these heroes who just wander and collect resources, they are actually very important, and it's quite... one thing is to realize that there are resources to collect and to send these heroes over there, even if you reserve one of these 8 slots. And the other hand, the other thing is to have a map which has these resources, because it's not guaranteed. There are actually maps where rolling for Mage Guild is terribly difficult, and there are maps like this from Gongwazy. He is not even sweating this. He will just make third roll like it's nothing. Pink player will be taken. This is third town, and I think he will take also one of the treasure zones, which would be a fourth town. Then he can also check the power of army, and he will probably observe he is stronger, because there is no there are no means to counter these 8 giants on opponent's side. Yes, 8 giants went straight to 6k. I like it, because if you are doing this, so you are splitting your army. In this example, 1 angel left for AI and 8 giants went for treasure zone. What I like to do, and what I think everybody should be doing actually, this is smart thing to do, is you are taking your army where you expect action, and you expect action in treasure zones. So it's not only matter of expansion, but if you see any nice looking content on the way to this treasure zone or on the way to the next treasure zone, you will instantly take it. Like here, there is a case with Cyclops stockpile, which I think will be taken instantly by Marist after rolling TP. And it would mean that probably... I wanted to say he will be fast also with T5 Mage Guild, but it's not really obvious. It's not that obvious. Mefa will do the fight in the... for sure, she will do the fight in the red tower. This is XP for her, and it's red tower 3. So it's actually perfect size. Because Maxi would be better. For this Mefa with just little bit of XP and with 8 giants, I would say Maxi is fine. And both players struggle to get crystals. This is quite funny. So it's quite convenient. Oh, okay, so he can see the crystal, but it's probably not reachable. Even having 12k. But then he should trade for these crystals. I mean, yeah, of course. And here we go, town portal. There was no resurrect to choose to, so it means possibly later in the game he can go back to rolling and roll TP. Sorry, resurrect. This doesn't happen a lot, by the way, because usually the game is too fast, you know. If once you have TP, there is usually no time to go back and roll for resurrect as well. Yeah, classic Sorrow into TP. In this case, it was sure. It was fair draw. These 8 giants. This is, you know, just like make this thought experiment. You play the same map, but experimental shops are mini. What happens next? I mean, you would not do any of these stockpiles. You would not do free rolls for TP until 1t4 for sure not. You would not have this nice expansion. You will struggle even to make this red tower free. So small choices of banks are actually sometimes really, to put it very simple, they are destroying development, possible development on the map. Small banks are terrible, and Gongwazy has skills high enough to avoid them unless he needs. So this one angel, it was actually helpful, but afterwards only big bugs. All you need is shit not being mini. Yeah, actually, even, you know, 2 times 2, like 4 giants, it would be already like quite acceptable, but 2 giants, it's terrible. And I said Maxi would be fine, and now I realize Maxi would be tricky. So there would be some losses, maybe 1 giant, maybe 2. With size 3, there is no losses, so this is actually perfect size. I was maybe a little bit over optimistic, or I overestimated Armorer on Mephala, which happens to me a bit, you know. So sometimes I think when you have such strong hero that you are immortal, but this is not the case. If Mepha develops also to air, she will become the best hero in current game. But if she develops into some I don't know, into water magic or anything, then whoever hero gets air first from the pool with air and earth will be the best. Okay, there is there is offka, there is offense. What do you do? What do you do? Do you want to have perfect warrior, or you want to high roll air magic? What do you do? You want to high roll air magic, and I think this is correct. But I know many players who when offka is offered, who take offka. So not this time. Gongwazy is making, I would say, wise choice. And Mepha will be surrendered into Mage Grid, which makes sense, even if her mana pool is very little. Oh no, it's not little actually. 4 knowledge is okay. You can make TP 3 times. It's already helpful. And you know, this Mepha, doesn't need much to go for Utopia, and Utopias are available. We can think a bit. Which turn is Utopia turn for Gongwazy? I think 1 to 6. Because 1 to 5 maybe not yet, but 1 to 6 I think Mephala will do Utopia, unless the plan is already in his head. Then maybe even 1 to 5. Right now he's limited, you know, also with mana a bit, because yeah, you would like to continue the turn and to make some You would like to make significant battles with Marist, but you don't see significant battles in range of towns. So you need battles which can be accessed from the town you TP to. Another stockpile on stockpile. This is crazy. Humanoido, thank you for follow. This is crazy, and this is Maxi. So I was saying something about delaying T5, that it will not happen so fast. Yeah, it will happen very fast. It will happen extremely fast. This is Maxi, and I think you do Maxi. Why? Oh, no, you not do Maxi? Well, it could be he arrived to conclusion he doesn't need it right now this turn. That maybe he needs, for example, money more. So I think he's aiming for this Naga Bank, and the stockpiles will belong to the next turn. Yeah, he wants money as a priority. It's also big. Gong, how do you do this? How are your banks always big? Mamma mia. There is, you know, there is a thing that is characteristic when you watch games. If you watch game of good player, you have the feeling that everything, every puzzle is falling to place where it should be. This is interesting choice actually, Eagle Eye versus offense. And on Magical Hero it makes a lot of sense to go for Eagle Eye, but Offka is universally strong skill. And he went for Offka. Hello Kniaś, it looks that Gongwazy is dominating the game by means of having fast mage guild. And Jaca is behind in this manner. I'm not sure if he will be able to recover from it. Well, yeah, it looks good for Gong, and I think he will march right into Utopias on 1 to 6. However, if he already sees the plan to gather some more army and allow Mefa to make Utopia on 1 to 5, this is also possible. Mefa is already TP capable, so... And now he has also viewer, because now he passed it to Ivor, he couldn't do this before. This was this, you know, small mistake in planning. Very small, like this tiny, but it happened. It happened, even Gongwazy is not perfect. But this is also something I like to talk about in very, you know, broad way. During games, you don't need to play optimal, you don't need to play clean. You are allowed to make mistakes, as long as they are small mistakes and you make just less mistakes than your opponent. Everybody's making mistakes. This is game of mistakes. Gongwazy is making mistakes, Davidu is making mistakes, Tyrannuxus is making mistakes, everybody are making mistakes. So if you do your first, second and third mistake in game, don't worry, just try to be better, you know. Everybody but Galaxer. Yeah, Galaxer is really special. The only mistake he did is he gave up game to Horde of Peasants by walkover. This is the only mistake. Okay, and yeah, the Wolf Rider picket is actually big. Ah, big bug for Gongwazy, what a surprise! Unbelievable! But seriously, if you see one bank of a type, it's... Even if it's maxi, if it is one and it is not Konsa, it's, you know... But when he collects some of these pickets, it will be actually important and, you know... Okay, Ivor defended. Nothing to see here. Gonna leave hello. Let's continue with Jaca Jackson. Access at least to 2 utopias. I mean, if he gets TP on first roll, and if he wins this battle with the android, which is very tricky battle, he is in okay spot. Actually, this battle would be quite okay with tent. Would be very nice with tent. Without tent is quite tricky. I remember some time ago, I'm not sure just if it was tournament game or simple lobby ranked. I had similar battle. Chat was already, you know what is going with chat when streamer is losing. It's like, it's super. But actually, it was similar battle and it went through with not much health points left, but it was successful. But I'm not sure if he will make it. It's a little bit, the damage output is not looking. Maybe he will manage. He has very nice spot. Because what you need to do, the perfect scenario is, first of all, you fight in worst case with 2 trees at a time. So if the morale into angel, it should happen either in this spot in bottom left corner or in right corners. But the perfect case scenario is that 1 tree, you know, is running away from the group, that you could kill it in 1-to-1 fight. If you can bring this battle into 1-to-1 fights, Angel is winning all the time. But if you are not fighting 1-to-1, you have big problems. He has Dispel. Oh really? With Dispel it's really fine. Calix play that way only when Chillera is watching him. Yeah, really, when I'm commenting on Galaxar games, I'm like super stressed. I think I'm more stressed than when I play myself. And like Gongwazy is always surprising me, but in positive way. Galaxar has the directly opposite power. Hello Berkas, hello, hi. And if anybody would like to have French cast, sometimes in distant future, Berkas is the guy to talk to. He's a French speaker. By the way, there will be news. I think the news will be released this week. There will be a rematch in Heroes League. Observers know that league in this season was split into 2 top divisions due to quantity of participants, and there will be a battle between 2 best players in first division, Tyrannoxus and Gongwazy. So there will be a very cool match to watch soon. And it looks this battle is successful after all, but he played it very carefully and he was a bit lucky, to be fair. Otherwise it's not so easy. He should use curse. You should use, yes, of course, if this is the end of the battle. And now death, not. Ah, okay, it worked anyway. But doing this with death was better. And there is, okay, so this is very good because he can make this battle, yes. He should take, this is also a small mistake. When you fight these battles, this is also a mistake. I think these battles where you have pretty decent chance that quick combat does it with just brutal force, and sometimes they are lost. You should make quick combat on before the fight, especially if you have so many timer in reserve. Okay, this is another interesting battle. So this Angel is doing an amazing job, and Jaca was quite lucky with guards all the way here, and now Gem has enough movement left to pick up Crystal. This is really great. You happy with first league split system? I would prefer to have one division. So in my view, Gongwazy and Tyrannuxus are playing to decide if which one of them is actually first and which one is second. It means third and fourth place is split between me and Mysterial. We will not compete for this place. You can say we are both third. I would prefer to be in one league. And also, I think whoever competes with Gongwazy, it's a little bit, you know, in disadvantage. Angel is like, chat. Yeah, you see this chat really make beautiful job. And well, it was only 3 crystals in this pile. It could be 3 to 6 range, so 6 would be perfect. With 3 he still needs to trade a little for roll. And this roll is extremely important. I would say if this is TP first roll, Jaca is back in the game. If there is no TP, he is still in big problems. Hello my friend, why English? It was a mild preference from tournament organizer. And also Kubi, who is hosting the tournament, was kind enough to pay for English casts. So basically, I would say for mutual benefit, I decided to follow his recommendation. And I don't understand why Rosik did not accept air. It's actually a very strange choice. Right now this hero is basically... this hero will be irrelevant at the end of the game. While it could be, you know, one of our best heroes. Just why would you skip air in this spot? Air was must pick. It was a blunder. You sold yourself, yes. Yes, if I have possibility to sell myself, I usually go for it. But to be honest, I don't have too much of such possibilities. It's actually a rare occasion that I can trade with my with myself. Okay, markets into trade, into roll. What is in the guild? Show us. First, okay, more markets first. Show me the guild, my dear player, my dear neighbor, Jaca. Do you have skill or not? Will he do this roll? What is this? It's surf in the witch hat, and he rejected air on Rosik. It's a blunder. It's a crazy blunder considering how he could proceed from this point. It's crazy. Okay, but the fun is over. Show me the guild. Show me. Don't play Galaxer. Show me. And what is that? Show me. Ah! Okay, and this is his comeback, you know? This is his comeback. Okay, so quick update to the game. Jaca Jackson was far behind opponent. Right now he is just a bit behind. Because still situation is not very good for him. I mean, he equalized town portal situation, but what comes next is DD situation and how to equalize crazy economy which is available to Gongwazy after these next two stockpiles, Cyclops stockpiles. One of them is Maxi. What is now probably going through Jaca Jackson's head, what I would think about is he needs to find a way to efficiently collect army. He already sees a possible chain to 1, 2, 3 experimental shops, and after he collects army, he has a very nice shield and 3 accessible utopias. 3 utopias, this is huge. If you can see from 3 taken zones and maybe 2 other opened, 3 utopias, this is huge, and this is somehow a marker where to develop in the game. Okay, so viewer on Gongwazy's side, and now he will also check view earth. He will have a perfect view on the map. He sees how expansion on Jaca Jackson's side proceeds. He can plan his next movement in very thorough way. So he knows that these closed treasure zones which Jaca approached will be taken shortly. Not only a blunder, it's a game slip. Yes, this mistake with Roshik, after you know that there is a witch cut with Earth, it could be, it has potential, you know, of game winning or game losing. So he did bad choice in this situation. I hope this small decision will not be a deciding factor for entire game, but it could be. And now, what happened is, Gongwazy discovered he has next experimental shop. And you know, what works for Gongwazy is give me a bit more giants and I can do any utopia with Mefa. Because this is Turbo Mefala. Expert logistics on Monero is also very nice, and there is... what? It's not... I think this is a dwelling on right to this newly taken factory town. It's not another experimental. Okay. What he needs is Earth Magic on Ivor, obviously. Air Magic on Marist, obviously. And do we see Magic Guild 5 withdrawal in this turn? In my opinion, we will see. Okie dokie, but why? Why would you do... If he starts his move with Marist, which is in theory better hero, he wants to do Utopia in this turn. Because army gathering and this boring map logistics, it went to theoretically the best hero, to Marist. But the strongest hero for Utopia is Mefa, and Mefa is moving with lower priority. So my thinking is, Mefa is going for Utopia. And I like this idea. I like this idea very much. In general, you know, I'm a strong believer that when you see utopias, you should play around it. You should make it as fast as possible. And Gongwazy, I think he's proceeding this way. Hello bro, how it's going? In your opinion, this winter will be more or less snowy? More snowy. More snowy, it will be super snowy, and we will all enjoy it. And another big bank! Who is surprised? Show me one surprised person when Gongwazy goes with big army to bank and it is a big bank. Nobody is surprised. Tamika is happy. Actually, would he sweat a bit if it was Maxi? No, not at all. Why you speak English only? I forgot my Polish language. Also, organizer of the tournament prefers English cast. Clean fight, it couldn't be anything else. And now the expensive mission to chain it back. However, you can do this. You can afford expensive chains because you will do Utopia very shortly. Not doing on main, so big ones. Yeah, this rule of the thumb that if you send strong hero, you have small banks. If you send very weak hero, you have terrible battles. It works surprisingly well. It's like a Murphy law applied to Heroes 3. Okay, and there is +4 attack. No, this is also a nice reinforcement before Utopia. In general, what you need is a strong power stack. I would say some health points in or some mid stacks, and sometimes it's even Wyverns or Cyclops, because you know you need to sacrifice something if you don't have Resurrect, which is the case. And yeah, and stats. The higher the stats, the less you need basically. Because Mefa is very cool hero at this point, but you know, it's not like she is super strong, she can do Utopias with next to nothing. And I must say, watching Gongwazy recent games, 1 to 5, without hero, with a smooth potential into being full control hero, sounds like he would be he's slightly behind compared to a lot of games he did. It's interesting, he's not going for Utopia. I'm surprised, I'm genuinely surprised. I don't see the reason why not collect stats, collect more army and go straight into Utopia with 11 giants. I don't know. There is a possible explanation that he is not in hurry to make these Utopias, you know? When he is not in hurry. And there is another interesting choice, interference versus wisdom, and he chooses interference in this case. So he skipped Ofka, he went for interference. Possibly crazy strong hero for endgame, if there is an endgame, because this is the problem for looking for the strong heroes for endgame, and I would say it's a rookie mistake, because Earth Elemental, he will not learn it with Mefa. Okay, Earth Elemental means you could play around this in Utopias, but it's too weak right now, to be honest. Maybe as a support spell. Rookie mistake is to over-invest into endgame heroes when you will lose mid-game, you know? Like, endgame heroes matter if you are equal opponent until endgame. There is T5 with roll, so this question is answered. He is rushing Mage Guild in very nice manner. So, as soon as we thought that Jaca catched up, he is again behind. Again behind with Mage Guild, because regarding army, there is a huge power gap between the players, and potential for Jaca to equalize it, I'm not so optimistic about it. Let's put it this way. Because he sees the targets, but to chain all of it, it's not so easy. He has haste, which is very important in this battle. Without haste, this battle would mean huge losses. With haste, providing he will fight it properly, there should not be any loss. This is what you want to do. The smaller Wolf Rider should move last. This is how he played. And another clean fight, but no earth in reward. I like to think that sometimes when you make this huge, or even, and it doesn't need to be huge, when you make difficult battles, I like to think that game rewards you with good level ups. It's not true, but this is copium I use. Okie dokie. So what is left for this turn is to make some expansions, and I must say I don't fully follow the idea of expensive chain for next giants to make battles which were easy to start with for Mephala anyway, and now struggle with money. But yeah, it's I said it many times, I can repeat. Gongwazy is often surprising me in games, but in the end his decisions are better. So even if I complain, if I say that I don't really like this plan, or I think another plan would be better, I am probably wrong. I just explained my point of view. So this expansion is unlocked. G onto Daramid, and Daramid continues. What he did, this Angel plus Firebird, this is very stable, split through 6k, but I must say for some battles it might be tricky, because it's much more difficult to operate than two Angels. But in this case it works very good. There should be no problem whatsoever. Doesn't matter really how he plays the... No! He must look for the bird should not hit already at this point. How many? 17. 17 HP. No, it already works well. But it's closer than I thought. No, kill the two. Kill the two. What are you thinking about, Gongwazy? Yeah, now go here and you are done. 6 HP left. Good job. Good job. Another stockpile for Gongwazy. You know, sometimes I have a feeling that there are maps where you could play in old style. Old style was you could possibly roll 6 times for TP, and in case of Rampart 5 or 6 times for DD, and people really did it. There were games where people did it and they won and everybody was happy, until you had a map where it was literally not possible to make this, you know, more than 10 rolls. And I think in this particular map, Gongwazy is able to do this. Right now with rolling blocked at 1 to 3 rolls and some other balance changes, the games are much more faster, much more fair. And making games faster is in general a nice idea, but there was something magical about these slower games, which we basically lost with the growth of the game. But for people who really enjoy this old style, there is still Shadows of Death with separate lobby, and games are still longer over there. Hota is Horn of the Abyss is changing in a way to make a game more dynamic and more fair. Okay, he's thinking what to do with Ivor, and possible expansion into purple player is an option, or he could go to treasure zone from this intermediate zone, and I think following the treasure zones, this is the right track, because AI zones are sometimes very interesting to take by means of important position on map, by means of premium objects, by means of possible conservatories over there. And here's that. But on average, treasure zones will provide better value. So if you need to prioritize something over something, you would prioritize treasure zones. And now basically Marist has nothing to do in this turn. This is a fact. So what she will do is she will make some small fights and she will be no, she will pass the troops. What is that? Okay, mansion is here. So she is going for mansion. Is it easy fight though? I mean, this fight is harder than it seems, and then you will need to fight with vampires. If it's maxi, is it still easy? I mean, I would never go back. Even if it's maxi, I say we do it now, because if not now, it's mini. So, I could talk for 1 hour and my it's not, completely not needed analysis. What I don't fully like is that he's not sending a hero in this direction towards next treasure zone. No, it is to full extent. Also, expansion in this direction on Gongwazy side is really slow. It happens that players are cut off on this expansion level, like in 1 to 3, 1 to 4, to expect 1 to 5 that there is no contact in these areas. Ah, sorry, it's closed orange player. So okay, so he is safe over there. I misread the map. So this is actually, they will not be connected through treasure zones of blue player. So he is safe over there. He needs small, he got. He need big one, he got. Perfect skill. Actually, big one would be better here. Big mansion would be better. It's just, I'm not sure about maxi, how well it is, because you need to tank a few hits. But with the size 2 or size 3, he would be much better than with mini. You know, more money and a little bit more of resources. In the end, I think he will trade for second roll. And he's able to do this second roll at the beginning of the turn. But for the third roll, he needs to find something more. And I'm pretty sure he will. I mean, he's taking next zones. He got very nice artifact from the Vampire Mansion, by the way. Because Dragon Tooth Necklace, free knowledge, free spell power. It's very good. Okay, Solmer got advanced wisdom, so it's already Solmer with Earth. Earth from the Witch Hat, crazy. Edric. The most handsome hero in Heroes 3. Collecting resources. Yeah, there is this Roshik, which broke my heart, or basically Jaca broke it with the way he operated Roshik. Let's see what is the plan here. If he is able to prepare, you know, some complicated chains to basically build up army, because this is what he is missing. He has 3 angels, and that's it. I mean, 3 angels is a nice start, but we are in 1 to 6. It's not about starting the game. It's usually when players are really looking for these endgame goals. So Dragon Utopias, first DD attacks, and so on. Gem is with Earth, so I understand, I fully support. She did some very nice battles, very important progression on map, and game rewarded her with good development. Very confident. Finished with QC. He was thinking about collecting these resources. The town in this zone is very far away. You know, sometimes when you have this situation that you have a very long intermediate, a very long road in intermediate zone, and then you reach entrance to treasure zone, and there is also very long road. Sometimes these zones are very good, very valuable from the point of view that they are a perfect hideout for endgame. So they are difficult to attack, but I think this one will not be, because it's in the middle of the map. So it's just a long way for potentially interesting treasure zone, nothing more. Kingeria, you have TP. What do we do with this TP? I mean, Rosik is going for Earth anyway, but now maybe he took air. Maybe I just no, maybe I was blind. No, he didn't. Ah, Jaca. I mean, eventually we will see each other. He is my neighbor, either by accident or we will hit a beer or something, and I will tell him on 25th of November, 8 PM, you did this terrible thing to Rosik. I will not forget. In any case, this treasure zone, you know, objectively speaking, it's not terrible zone. There are interesting artifacts and there is Utopia for later, but this is not what he needs now. From this 1 to 6 point of view, it's terrible. Both of them don't have resurrected. This is correct. This is correct. Both of them could possibly roll for resurrect because there was no proposal of resurrect on the way to TP. But we both know they will not do this. The meta is quite clear. You roll TP, you roll DD, and then you think possibly about acquiring res if you don't fund it in another way in Utopias. Game is simply too fast to neglect DD rolling. Then again, what are the perspectives of Jaca Jackson to build T5 and roll it? What are the perspectives to do this in these turns? I will tell you. There are none. He will not roll it. You can make a bet. Mage guild in main town, possibly with the I don't know for what. I mean, there is Konsa, but okay, I see. There are shoes for the swamp, Wayfarer boots, and there is Konsa in starting zone. So potentially you can do this, and if you are lucky, if this is size 3 or 4, you have already the potential for Utopias. So this, what are no, I'm frustrated when this happens. If I think, okay, something good happened, I see a good play for a player, and then I see they are doing completely opposite stuff. I'm frustrated every time. But the reality is that most likely Jaca found better solution, that I don't see it. Okay, time for 6k exploration. with Charna, and it means the town is to the left, and he will head directly for the next town, for the next 6k, which is fine, but I guess he preferred to I don't know what is better in this position, to take the town to the left, which is guaranteed for you till end of the game, or to go for the next town, which maybe is, you know, already contested by opponent. So I would say you are more in a hurry for the next town. You just need to think about a split or another piece of army like these 4 Cyclops to take the town to the left as well. He will manage, he will manage. He's now... This is a tough call, you know. Should Charma go for the town or for these crystals? I would say in these positions I go for town, because my perspective for role of T5 Mage Guild is 0, like I explained. But you know, the evaluation of this decision will come like in next 2 turns, I guess. And then if he misses this crystal, it will turn out to be bad decision, so we will see. At some point you gamble, like if you make a decision which has a chance to be correct in 80% of chances, it still might be wrong decision after all. It could be a good decision from the decision making process point of view, but it could be bad decision overall. What is he thinking? Like, what kind of consa he can do with this army? And why don't take shoes first and go with shoes and with angels for consa, and if you hope for maxi, because if this is a small consa it doesn't make any difference. I don't know. I think I don't like it. What's going on here? If you do it like this, go with lizards and and take this +2 knowledge. You need this +2 knowledge. Take lizards. Why you don't take lizards? Jaca. Take lizards, take knowledge, go to consa next turn. Well, it seems he doesn't like this idea and he thinks about other options, or he looked for other options. But this is quite nice. I mean, this is... Look, this skill carrier has mysticism. So if he takes lizards, will bring rest of the army without enders. So there's these 4 Cyclops and 4 trees. 2 Kincaria. And then she will regenerate how much? It will be 8 knowledge after arena. So she regenerates 24. Plus 38 which she has. Will have 72 mana. 12 mana per meteor shower. And... yeah. Just forget about my stupid calculation. We will just go back for the shield. Personally, after the longer I thought about this, the more I liked the consa idea. Worst possible case, it's maxi. And the good thing about maxi is you lose army which is really irrelevant at this point. And you just need to find a way to transport the angels to take all these angels back, and then you have 7 angels. I don't know, it's... But to go back for shield, it doesn't make sense for me. He was already there. He was there with angels. He could do this battle with angels in army, or he could do even better, you know, Wayfarer boots, and bring the shield with any hero, with Roshik or whatever. So... a lot of hard choices for Jaca in this turn. I'm not sure if all of them were good. And I have a feeling that it might mean he will fall more behind in this turn. So he was already falling behind, he catched up with good Mage Guild. And right now, I feel that he will fall back again. What Jaca needs now, and what would be actually a great deal for him, would be to get R. If he gets R on King Area, yeah, then we have very nice possibilities. If he doesn't, well, then it's terrible. Excuse me. And if I woken one, I'm sorry. It may be not easily understandable for people who are less than 40 years old, but a lot of Heroes free fans are actually napping during the commentary games. So a lot of viewers are just coming, they are saying hello, 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 and then they go to sleep. So if I do this, if I snooze, I wake them up. Okay, it's fire, so it's really bad news. It's bad news for Jaca, and if there is a plan for next turn, I don't see it, and I'm worried. If there is a plan, in the end, it's not really a plan, but it's at least a hope for a plan, because what you could hope for is Charma is taking a treasure zone, and it's super nice. Like the best treasure zone in the map, and you just go there, you pick up 2 Konsas, you pick up Experimental, you do Utopia, and you smile in my face and you say it was the plan from the beginning, and everybody is happy. It's just unlikely it will happen. So I would expect something more for the planning phase. And then Solmer, which has Earth, it is very important, to develop these Earth heroes. However, and I'm not sure what is on the Gnolls. If this is another Konsa, this would be perfect, but what is there? What is it? If this is end of the turn, explain me one thing. Why not move Solmer in random direction? In random direction, give him all the turn with the army. If he finds something, he will fight it. If he doesn't find, he will return, and he will have the same effect as now, because the turn is finished anyway. Well, providing he will take the boots in next turn, he could also think about bringing the Konsa with any hero. With any, even this Derek in Tavern is suitable hero to take it, if he gathers more army. This army he has right now, it's like you lost all your army in the final battle, and you try to collect something from nothing. This is basically, you could forget it. If he accidentally would remove this army, it's not a huge loss. Okay, so he's going for this Konsa, but I don't know, in strange manner. This is strange for me. So the plan is one guy will transport the army, and the big lady Kinkeria will go there on foot. She will be served with this army, and this army must be enough. This is the idea. I think the movement is sufficient, but I'm not 100% sure. I think he checked it, he calculated. Treetop Tower. So this is Treetop Tower is one of many accounts which Gongwazy uses on lobby. All of them are high rated. This account is, I think, around 700 points, so suitable match for Jaca Jackson. And Treetop Tower is Dwelling of Sharpshooter, of neutral creature. That's for the inspiration of Gongwazy, and let's see how he proceeds. Because You know what is different? You could directly turn after turn how Gongwazy perspectives are developing into, you know, from average to good to very good. He's gaining momentum, and Jaca is not gaining momentum just yet. Maybe after he takes some next treasure zones, maybe after this Consound swamp, but right now, yeah, the momentum is definitely going on for Gongwazy. He found another experimental shop. It's gigantic map. How much giants you can handle? This is a bit tricky. It could be 1600 movement is enough to take orange, but I'm like 50% sure. And you know, if you want to take AI town in 1 to 6, the best way is to send full army. Like, you don't want to send, I don't know, 1 angel, 2 angels. This is ridiculous. They can kill them. But if you would like to send all army, you must be sure you will meet the target. Otherwise you make mistake which has the weight of, you know, game losing mistake even. Okie dokie, we need to trade. But he has a lot of resources to trade, so it's not a problem really. And it's DD. It's DD on 1 to 6 with a guild 3-2, so it's I would say it's average guild, maybe a bit worse, maybe a bit better. The important thing is Gongwazy. Yeah, this is funny how to plan attacks, because I think actually you should think about attacking with Ivor. I mean, he is the double DD guy, so and yeah, my thoughts were circulating around Utopia in previous turn. It didn't happen, so maybe it will not happen also in this turn. He is for sure thinking about it. You can see this, that when he's right clicking with mouse on it, it means he thinks about it. I'm not sure why. To be honest, I don't follow why it didn't happen in previous turn. Like, I think it was 100% doable previous turn. Oh, so it's just getting easier. There is another control hero, another think I should stick to the Panda Pass. And there is a small bank, there is a mini one. Of course, what he would want for her is Maxi, even if he would make any losses. Experience for Daramet is very, very good. Daramet, yeah, let's go. Hat, plus for knowledge, very, very important. And he will directly take it, and I think Konsa stays for the next turn. Yeah, I mean, in theory you can chain it. In real life, you don't want to do this. You want to use your money wise if you have, you know, 3,800 till the end of the turn. And what he could actually do is take it with Mefa and hope it's you know, big size. Because why with Mefa? Mefa has advanced wisdom, And Mefa will not use DD until she has expert wisdom. So, you know, and this is this kind of gamble. If this is small size, 1, 2, it's bad decision. If this is size 3, 4, I say this is good decision. And now, Gongwazy must decide. He has 40% for good decision and 60% for bad decision. And he must make this gamble right now. Maybe even this 40% chance is best thing, best case, you know. I mean, even if this is bad news, it's size 2. Maybe it is the best choice out of available choices. So you cannot always have the targets you would like to have. Sometimes you just do any target, and then she levels up on interference. And I think he already realizes taking interference seems it was a mistake. She could even do Utopia next turn with DD. Even it doesn't need to be even a close one, you know. But with current development, she will not DD. Maybe never in this game. Where is Tower and Titans? I think there is no tower at all on the map. Haven't seen any. Again, I'm sorry if I woke up anyone. So no Titans this time. There is one snow. I didn't notice if this is a zone with town or not. Huh. So furnitures are shaking. Okay. Yeah, I don't follow this snoozing. Like sometimes it's not even like spring or it's not dust, but sometimes it's much worse. Marist has like 10,000 movement, but she will be not able to attack unless it's Utopia. Ah! Do you think he knew after these few pixels or? Yeah, this is proper setup. Bird on slot 7, Angel on slot 6, and Giant should not get focus because he is too strong at this position. Yeah, so the focus, you know, is a bit split right now between Cyclops, which you don't appreciate, but you must sacrifice something, and Firebird. It is Utopia size 1, so this is actually, I think regardless of the size of Utopia, you are losing Cyclops and maybe some birds. So size 2 and size 3, I mean, it doesn't matter if 5 Cyclops are alive or not after this battle. So I think he is disappointed with size. But it doesn't mean he will be disappointed with reward. So let's see. Yeah, the losses are like minimal. It's, you know, it's most difficult object in the game, Dragon Utopia, and you give away 4 Cyclops and a Firebird, so it's, I say you are super fine. The reward is bad, so it is statistics, it is more than nothing, but it's more than nothing, but not much more. Is checking how many movement points is required to make this Utopia. This Utopia will be, in my opinion, this Utopia should be done in 1 to 5 by Mefala. This is, I keep this statement. I think it will be done. Oh, like this. But where is meat? I mean, so the meat will be this free there are 3 centaurs left, and he can pick up 2 unicorns, and I think this is meant for the top. He found another experimental, but he has no means to do it right now. He is taking a very good care about resources for next turn. He did not take these unicorns. I think like unicorns are very good stack for Utopia, you know? It's cheap, it's a lot of health points, and if you take these 3 centaurs anyway, why not take unicorns? I don't understand. Ah, okay, centaurs were just for this battle. So the idea here would be to continue losing Cyclops. And this one is a big one, isn't it? I didn't... Yes, it's size 3. So I think we are talking about losing all of the Cyclops and all of the Firebirds and nothing more. If it goes in this way, I say he will be very happy. Okay, one giant is already almost dead. So if giants were already focused, they will be focused more, because it will be very tempting to kill a giant. I mean, who could resist? Who could resist to kill a giant? It's okay, they resisted. Wow, why? I mean, like, these dragons should be so tempted into... The Cyclops was blocked, and I don't understand the behavior of dragons in this situation. But one had to... Well, but he saved 2 Firebirds. This is good. He did mistake with Firebird, he attacked on giant. Okay. Not nice. But this is it for losses. This is nice. He's sad because there is no Earth, and these 3 relics, it's a joke. It is a joke. They are not useless, but basically, you know, you make big Utopia and you don't have real reinforcement, because you gave away army. You have a very nice helmet for Mephala plus 10 knowledge. You have Gladius is not really this good. I mean, maybe in his position for Mepha. Yeah, so this will be the time to think how to utilize DD in offensive way. Yeah, these stats are they look crazy. I mean, when you see the quantity of gold and you see statistics, you are sure that your opponent is after Utopias. And I think what is going on, the troops will go to Ivor, you know, and Ivor will continue either towards... He has 2 directions to choose from. He can go to Treasure Zone, or he can go to Purple AI. And what he looked a lot on View Earth was position of Purple AI. I think he is going there. Okay, this battle is not so difficult. I will use it for short break.
right here. Keepers upon it.
Okay, so he immediately finished. So I believe he didn't catch purple, but he will catch in next turn. It is quite risky what Gongwazy is doing, but I think this is a good decision. If you don't risk in the game, you will lose. I mean, you will be constantly, not constantly, but you will not achieve good success rate if you don't risk. This game requires risking, and there is beautiful news for Jaca. And now, you know, you got to think, how this would change the game if he would go there faster, because he should be there actually a lot faster. Because like in 1 to 7, I don't see how this will make impact, because sorry again, to build it into Magic University and to develop full control heroes, which would in late game convert into winning scenario, like out controlling your opponent, it's already unlikely, because it's too late. You don't have almost nothing and Gong is after Utopias. Yes, this is the current situation, but no, it's not that his map doesn't provide potential for Utopias. Minicons, it's terrible, you know how long I thought about all the analysis we did previous turn, or I did, about Maxi Cons. What is his strategy if this is Maxi? And as usual, you think for 1 hour about how to handle Maxi and you got Mini. Glass broke. Okay, I'm happy to. Once we have a nice meetup or a nice watch party, I'm happy to buy it back. Hello, why the situation is so bad for Jaca Jackson? I would say he didn't receive a decent mid-game target, so he didn't build up a strong army, and now he's playing with this, how to call it? It looks like a replacement for a reasonable army. Oh, it is so. So Charma took the took Conflux, which could be a zone which will be targeted by Gongwazy quite soon, and Drakon will go for another town in this underground, and it doesn't really see targets. There is no potential to roll DD, and he didn't figure out a way to make himself stronger, like, no, it's not enough to be a bit stronger in his position. He needs like to double his army or triple. It would be even better, and then he can go for Utopias, he can easily acquire resources and so on. Right now it's a little bit sad, to be honest. Like, situation a few turns ago would be similar for Gongwazy if he had mini banks, but he went for maxi shop, and it changed everything. And what happened to Jaca? He went for minicons, then to small cons, then to minicons. I mean, what he realizes now is purple is not conquested, so maybe Conflux is safe. But what we know is Gongwazy will start his turn with taking Conflux, taking purple AI, and from purple AI, maybe even with 1 DD, he can attack. It could be this close already. So actually, you know, I would like to say that for average game, Jaca's situation would be not as terrible. It would be simply not good, but he plays with Gongwazy, and it changes a lot. And I must say, in his position right now, I don't see win condition. I think if you save the game right now and you give it to... Actually, it would be interesting experiment. For people not watching the game, I mean, you select 2 players. One is much better, and the other one is, you know, like... He started PvP, he doesn't fully understand the game, but he knows a little bit about the game. And this very good player would try to win from the position of Jaca, and I think it would be very hard. And what happens here is he will lose this Darkstone. He will lose it on next turn, and he will give up. This is the end, because to elaborate further on this, Ivor is taking this zone. Jaca will probably watch how the Dragon Utopia is done before taking down Darkstorm, and then Darkstorm will be took down. So it looks... I think we are through with this commentary. I think we are through. There was a point in the game where I thought that Jaca has a good chance to surprise all of us, including Gongwazy, and make a big surprise, which would be equalizer in this game, and it would lead to decider, which would be selected with banning of the templates, but yeah, I think from this purple AI you can even continue into Conflux with 1 DD. Having Marist, which is Marist with logistics and with boots of speed, so it's Marist 2800 speed. Oh, it's not a Marist, it's like a Beast Marist. And Beast Marist, I mean, it's not that it's very meaningful at this point. Beast Marist, I think, could take Flux. But it seems to me that no, there is a Lamar, so here comes the Resurrect. And you know, this is like double terrible, because at one thing, you see, you acquired Conflux. You would like to continue into very late game, and you know that maybe there is advantage in this continuation for you, but then in the next surrounding zone you meet your opponent. I mean, if you have the Conflux anywhere else in the map, it's fine, but if you have Conflux in this zone, it will not build up advantage, never, because it's like first contact zone. And now Mefa will first do Utopia, then kill Darkstorm, and I think the Darkstorm will be actually killed. Like, oh, it's not so easy. How to kill him? Yeah, it's not that easy, because you need either more angels or more phoenixes. What is he doing? And this sometimes I don't get. He could With small effort, he can acquire some 1 stacks, but he will take these 5 wyverns. And what happens if any wyvern dies in this combat with monks? Then you need... Then what do you do? 1 stacks from giants? Yeah, and Jaca is already inviting for the next game. So, disgusting magic, well, yeah. Jaca is inviting for a game for Friday, 5 PM. You can watch Jaca Jackson on Twitch. I highly recommend. We will play Mirror Casino of Mysterial. So another important tournament game. And I'm pretty sure it will be commented on H3GG. So it's worth to keep this date in your notebooks. Friday, 5 PM. I will be either watching or commenting. There is no other option. And I think Jaca already gave up, to be honest, but there. Yeah, Mafala is super strong, and when you... There is a point where you arrive to such high statistics that Small Dragon Utopia is basically a QC. Another Earth Magic hero, but it's... We are beyond point where it matters. Sorry again. What is the idea now? Thank you, Laglasov. What is the idea now? Because 100 armadillos in 1 stack. Okay, it was enough for giant. 13 giants are enough to approach such powerful stack. I mean, what surprises me a little bit is, I would imagine when you do these stands where you are just a bit short on timer, you need to save already. You had the army in stronghold zone, in purple player zone. You would like to kill the opponent, and I would say continue your turn according to your plan and not think more about opponent. Right now you need to go back to purple player zone, but I guess that there is some idea behind it. I just don't know it yet. Or maybe Gongwazy has the suspicion that opponent could not continue after attack, because what I have the impression Marist will go for Flux. That maybe he already thought about this movement. Mefa is staying with Wyvern. She doesn't need to be fast. This is fine. Daramet will travel to Evernight. So yeah, I should put her on the beam, even if this is end of the game, for sake of anybody who would watch it from the record. Oh, she was already on the beam. I'm not so lazy as I thought. Okay, so now he's thinking how to kill this guy. Yeah, so you need lightning bolt to kill one of the angels, and the second one you would need to what vortex for the Daramet. Does it make sense though? Oh yeah, it does. It's 1 to 7. Yeah, just drop the Wyvern. There's still 6 minutes left, and you know, Marist did nothing. Ah, okay. Okay, it's Maxi. So, you know, I was thinking that killing 2 angels is not so easy, even with high attack, because you need a stack of Thunderbirds, which would eliminate angel with hit. Here you go! There are these affirmation jokes that if you just want or need something in Heroes 3, you just need to think like really hard about it and it will happen. And sometimes I have the feeling that for Gongwazy it works like a charm. Okay, he switched to, you know, to fast clicking. Lightning ball for 300, so it's enough, and then 21 attack must be enough to kill the angel, otherwise will not die, but I think 21 attack is good enough. He has also Ofka. It is Ofka Marist. So I think he goes for the run, he kills on the run Darkstorm, and he continues the run to attack with DD. To attack Conflux with DD, and this will end the game. Amazing display from Gong, amazing display, and yeah, I must say, Jaca did not find option to compete, you know, in a real way with Gong. He was basically just looking for opportunities to develop on the map, but he didn't develop. On the contrary, Gongwazy, it wasn't easy map to play. But it wasn't also very hard. So out of what he could do, I think he did extremely well. This is extremely good performance on simply good map. Yes, it is GG. It is GG. I think what we are watching right now is Jaca Jackson being nice and polite and allowing opponent to finish the turn. Extremely well display from Gongwazy. He's in top form currently, and I have the feeling he will get to final, but I must say that the loser bracket is not done yet, so he needs to continue competition in loser bracket. Let's take a look who is waiting for Gongwazy, because no, I would like to be to bring up emotions in you, but the game is finished. I'm not gonna lie. Shikshi, thanks for follow. Hi. So the next let's take a look. Loser bracket, and the next opponent actually is Tyrannuxus. And whoever wins in game Tyrannuxus versus Jaca Jackson will compete with Dark Pepega. So loser bracket of this tournament is like Jaca, Gongwazy, Tyrannuxus, Dark Pepega, excellent players. Dark Pepega rematch, if Gongwazy advances to the final of loser bracket, it will be a rematch with Dark Pepega, because Dark Pepega eliminated Gongwazy with 2-0. 2-0. No, it's amazing how much he is doing and how much he planned in this turn. And to be completely honest with you, when I review my games with Gongwazy, at least the ones where at some point I was close to winning, It's not that I lose in wars early game, or that I cannot compete at all in late game. This is this phase, mid game, where the huge advantage is built. Like, watch this turn from the beginning. It was more than 15 minutes of 1 to 7, where he did such amazing job, such amazing plan. This is where he will constantly win, providing the map is, you know, at least decent. Amazing display. Amazing. It's if someone chose to watch Chelsea, Barcelona or other Champions League game, he just chose worse players. Because Gongwazy played in this game. So, Jackson is under siege. My feeling was decision is made. It's just a matter of being polite and letting your opponent to play through the turn, which is widely considered as very cultural behavior. However, there is no obligation. So. Till is with Gongwazy. This is not a terrible siege, so it's easily defendable. I wonder, maybe he wants to continue? If he plays this through, then maybe he wants to continue. But you know, after losing, if you are in disadvantage and you lose conflux, I mean, what is the return mechanism exactly? Because you will be both outpaced by means of content from the map and control. So how to continue from such point? On the other hand, he still has 5 zones. He has access to Utopias. So he might look for his chances and he will take this treasure zone as well. So actually he has 6 zones, which is, you know, this is good presence on the map. There are some games where you will be cut off having 5 zones. Okay, so he scouted the treasure zone, he gave up. Well, this was expected. Difficult position. Entire week 2 for Jackson, and magnificent display in week 2 from Gongwazy. I think the gameplay from Gong on week 2 is 10 out of 10. It's excellent display. Okay, thank you for watching. If you are interested in English casts, please leave subscription or thumbs up on my YouTube channel. You can also follow my Facebook, and I will keep you posted about next commented games, which will happen for sure in next days. I will play my tournament game on Friday, and then we will have some fun on weekend. I'm pretty sure about this. Thank you for being active on chat. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. I hope you enjoyed. And we will keep our fingers crossed for Gongwazy and Tyrannuxus to beat Dark Pepega in the big final of loser bracket. Have a good night. Bye.